Hi, welcome to Pathways of Hope. And the passage today tells us, abide in the love of Christ. In the Gospel of John, chapter 15, Jesus says, as the Father has loved me, so have I loved you. Abide in my love. If you keep my commandments, you will abide in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love. These things I have spoken to you, that my joy may be in you, and that your joy may be full. The gospel of our salvation. The interesting truth that this passage gives us is, if you keep my commandments, you will abide in my love. Obedience to the commandments, following the way of life that God has given us, is the path towards love. Nowadays, love is often defined as, hey, be spontaneous. Don't be limited by rules. Don't do this, don't do that. Love is about freedom, doing whatever you want. But the kind of love that Jesus speaks of in the Gospel of John is a love that is limited, has rules. Because the rules is directed towards making sure that we don't love for the sake only of getting as much as we can, but to love in such a way that the good of others will be our priority. When you set the bar as saying the good of others first, then it means there should be rules on how you are supposed to love. Because the love that is based on just your feelings and what you like to do will not be a love that is commanded by God. Because Jesus says, love others according to my love. And what's that love? A love that prioritizes the good of another. And the moment you say that, you would do things like this. When you talk to your children, and sometimes they irritate you, it's right for you to correct them. But you need to correct them in a loving way. Firm and yet loving. Wow. That's a rule. Yes. Because you are aiming at making sure that the good of the other is your priority. The moment you love according to the love of Christ, there will be rules. But if you are willing to follow the commandments, that is when the love of Christ abides in you. And the promise of Jesus is this: when you love this way, your joy will be full. Don't be afraid to put others as your priority, the good of others first. And don't be afraid of the commandments that will come out of prioritizing the good of others. Because when you prioritize the good of others, that's the kind of love Christ showed us. He loved us first. God bless you, and may this meditation be a source of encouragement to you today.